Hawaii. The name conjures visions of an exotic paradise, remote, free, romantic, and breathtakingly beautiful. A place as far from our workaday reality as imagination and a plane ticket might take us. Strumming ukuleles and trade wind breezes are the soundtrack of the dream, but the image is nearly always the same. Nothing says Hawaii to the world like hula. But why this fascination? What is it about an endemic island dance form that so resonates outside our shores? Early Hawaiians had no written language. All knowledge was passed through chant and dance. Hula is a direct link to the heart and soul of Hawaii. It's our past, our mythology, and our legends. It reminds us of our place in the universe and our connection to nature. It is a code of conduct, a discipline that demands great effort and defies perfection. Hula expresses all that we see, hear, feel, taste, touch, smell, and it is inexorably bound to the concept of family. If aloha is the heart and soul of Hawaii, then hula is the outward and visible sign of that inward and spiritual grace. The guardians of that tradition are the kumu hula, the teachers, and Olana Ai is one of those teachers.
Hula is not something that you can define. Once you start to learn it, it kind of enhances your life. It enhances the way you think about things, the way you look at the sunrise, the way you enjoy the sunset, the way your feet sink into the sand.
I can't imagine my life without hula. 200 years ago, if we had truly lost it, I think nobody would know who the Hawaiians were.
Most hula schools, or halau, have a definite structure.
Generally, there is kumu hula, and that is the root source of all learning. And then she or he will have alakai, those that will stand with them, work with them, and help them to teach and help them to care for the students. The students are the haumana and olapa, they're the dancers and the students of the halau. And we just nurture them and teach them all that we can while we're learning. We continuously learn.
Halau are more than a casual association of students and teachers. They are ohana, an inclusive, extended family. And this family was about to grow dramatically, with 450 of Halau Hula Olana's Japanese students joining their Honolulu Hula sisters to share and learn, or ho'ike, on the island of Kauai. But before that could happen, there was much to be done. This year's lesson is something particularly special. Hula ki'i, hula danced with puppet figures, traditionally made from coconut fiber. And like any big family before a major event, everyone pitched in to help. First, gourds were needed to make heads for the ki'i. Lots of gourds that had to be cleaned and fitted with wooden dowels. Caps and dresses needed to be cut and sewn. Wigs measured, stitched, and glued. And hundreds of shells for making faces, sized, sorted, and sent ahead to Kauai. 2 days later, and still half an hour until dawn, the beach at Poipu is fast filling with dancers, young and old, students and masters. As the first fingers of light begin to color the sky, the sound of chant and the rhythm of ili ili fills the air and blends with the rhythm of the sea. This ancient mele honors Kaumu once the ruler of Kauai. Because of him, war with the great chief Kamehameha was averted, and the island left to live in peace.
Hula is the bodily expression, the bodily movement of your heart. Akahai, speak tenderly to one another. Lokahi, to be agreeable. Olu olu kamanao, to have kindness in your thoughts. Ha'aha'a ko kulana, humility in your countenance. Ahunui alana kila, through patience, we can have victory in life. That is aloha. That is what hula is.
Simply put, you can't dance unless you know the story you are telling. And before this story can be learned, the parts gathered on Oahu must be transformed into finished ki'i.
When we're learning hula, it's that story. It always comes back to the story. It always comes back to the history. It always comes back to the people.
On the island of Molokai, at the base of 2,000-foot sea cliffs, lies the village of Kalaupapa, home since 1866 to Hansen's disease patients. Fear of leprosy and the non-existence of drugs to contain it forced King Kamehameha V to exile sufferers to this remote peninsula to prevent its spread. The story The Ki'i Dance is about the bravery of those people in the face of great tragedy. The dance is also a metaphor for the halau's own loss. The largest contingent of Japanese students that came to Kauai was from Sendai Province.
たくさんの人がフラを通して
Because of hula, we learned that a lot of people, starting with our kumu, still care about Sendai. That makes me happy, because now our halau feels that we can make it. Thank you.
嬉しいことです今。ありがとうございます。
Ho'ike means to show, and now lessons finished, the halau comes together to share the hulas they've been perfecting for the sheer joy of dancing.
Our hula sisters from Japan came, and we welcomed them into our ohana. Hula is what brought us together, but family is what's going to keep us together.
Hula may well be Hawaii's ultimate cultural ambassador. Paris is one of the great cities of the world, urban and sophisticated, home for centuries to great opera and ballet. And at 3 Rue de Vignol, the sound of the ipu.
Our halau began some 20 years ago because my daughter, who was then 12 years old, really wanted to study hula. Hula expresses our connection to nature, it expresses human emotions, it tells stories, and it touches people who've never experienced Hawaii.
I think it's beyond cultures and background. It's about something you have inside.
It's something that we need. It's so vital. And in a big city like Paris, people are starved for that connection, and they feel it instinctively and respond and come to love it.
Every week for 7 years, I go and I do something that's not good for my career, it's not particularly important to my family, it's just important to me, and I do it for just the sheer joy of it, and I love that.
Si le hula ne faisait pas partie de ma vie, if hula was not in my life anymore, I would be extremely sad and desperate, and I would look for it everywhere.
Well, it would seem that hula lessons are about a lot more than dancing. And if you ask those who love it, they'll tell you that anyone can do it and everyone is welcome as long as they come with an open heart.
If I were not physically able to dance, I would still be dancing in my imagination.